So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make another sound to make your dance comp a little bit more interesting. So what we need to do is we need to right click and we need to add an instrument track. We need to use the Retrolog synth, add track. We are going to use this sound, we're not going to use any presets, but we're going to turn off oscillator 1 and we're going to turn on the noise generator. And we're going to turn this down a little bit. Okay, so we turned that off, that on, and that down a little bit. And the two main controls we're going to automate today are the cutoff filter and the resonance filter. But we're not going to do it in here, we're going to do it in the automation lanes. So let's call this white noise sweep. And I want this to happen at the end of my section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in a bar. Really simply, I'm going to put in some noise, and that sounds exactly like you'd expect noise to sound like. I'm going to go into my first automation lane. I'm going to click on More. I'm going to go to Retrolog, and I'm looking for Filter Cutoff. And then I'm going to click on my second automation lane. This time I'm going to change it to Retrolog Filter Resonance. Okay, so the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to zoom right in, and the idea is that these two controls move at the same time and we create an effect. So we can do something like this. Now what we have we can play with the parameters of that a little bit. If I wanted to move that, for instance, so that it wasn't starting so low, and maybe move this all up a little bit. So that's one way that I could experiment with that. Another way would be if I made this twice as long. What I could do is potentially start quite high and then go up quickly at the end, something like this. If I can just delete those, and I could have the resonant filter doing similar sort of thing. And if I wanted to make it sound a little bit more creative, what I could do is go to Insert and go to here, click on Delay, Mono Delay, and I could just experiment with any kind of preset in here. You can choose which one you think is the most appropriate, but let's say it's an empty hall. And what the delay does is it creates an echo. So that's another way you could adapt your the timbre of your synthesized sound to make it sound more interesting in your composition.